Pixar has finally released their brand new movie Hoppers. I couldn't see it over the weekend, unfortunately, but Monday afternoon, I was there, I was ready, I was the only person in my screening, and it was glorious. If you're an avid watcher of the channel, you'll know that I am a massive Pixar fan. If you ask me what my top 10 favourite animated films are, over half of them would be Pixar movies. Even if they never market a film, I'm still there, I'm still ready to watch it. And that was the case with Hoppers. And I am so happy to say that Hoppers is one of Pixar's best films since probably Inside Out 2. And I really wasn't expecting much from this film. I was expecting a fun talking animal movie. If that was the case, I would have been happy enough. But this movie is pretty much more than that, because it hosts themes and messages which we've seen done many times before in animated films. But it delivers them in such unique ways. I think this movie's biggest strength is making you not know where it's going to go. The first half of this movie is, I wouldn't say cliche, but you've seen it all done before. There's an animal kingdom and there's talking animals and this animal has to learn to get into this society. We've seen it done many times. But then the second half kicks in. And whoa. And I think starting the movie so normal was very intentional, because it makes the second half so outlandish and out there. And as I said, this movie is not delivering a very unique message. It's a movie about the environment and also about ambition as well. Themes that we've seen done many times. But they really work here. There's no big speech saying stop cutting down trees, stop polluting the water, we need to stop doing this and save the planet. It's all about working together. And I really like the direction that the movie took with it, especially with the characters. Mabel, who is our main protagonist, a very likeable character. She really loves animals, really cares about the environment. She really wants to protect her grandma's area, but she also doesn't feel listened to. And then you have the villain of this movie, who is the mayor, who is a very hateable guy. Look, his villain is nothing out there and special, but you just easily hate him because he's such an arsehole to Mabel and just cares about his own ambitions. The animals are also really charming too, especially King George, who is easily my favourite character in this movie. He tries to see the good in everyone, but throughout the movie his morals are challenged, and I just really love the art that he went on. And I just love how dire this movie gets halfway through. I know that may sound really, really horrible, but there's a point in this movie where everything goes wrong. And then something happened, which, by the way, there is a lot of creepy imagery for kids here, which I was very, very surprised at, but it really worked for me. But it just switches. And this movie gets so much more complicated, you have no idea what's going to happen. And when this movie gets dire, it is a real tearjerker. This is one of those rare films where I was crying because I really love the characters, I really love the interactions. The third act drop-off was so heartbreaking. And the film also doesn't go through cliches as well. I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, this woman gets turned into a beaver, joins the animal kingdom. You're probably going to think they find her out, right? Well, spoiler alert, 3, 2, 1, they do. What? But it's not done in the cliche way. I thought they were going to do the cliche, oh, you a liar, you lied to me, how dare you, I'm walking off and I'm going to be all sad. They don't do that. But even though this movie is very dire in most parts, it's still very, very funny. I will say a lot of the jokes fell into the Marvel quippy side of humour, and they're not very funny. But when the jokes hit, they really hit. And this is not surprising to me anymore, but there are a lot of adult jokes in this movie, especially one which I was like, this is a U-rated film, I have you know. How did you manage to get this joke approved? And of course, the positive which everyone saw coming, the animation looks absolutely fantastic. But what I will say is that I'm very happy they're not going down the Toy Story 5 route, where they're trying to make everything look so realistic. It embraces the animation, and I think that's what Pixar needs to learn quickly. It's not all about making things look really realistic, it's about introducing new styles to the medium. And finally, I think the voice acting in this movie was very, very strong. Piper Curda, who plays Mabel, she's great in this movie. She brings a lot of personality to the character, makes her character really, really likeable, and it's clear that she was having a blast making this movie. Hamm did a brilliant job at playing this unlikable mayor, but I also like the sense of humanity he gave him at the end as well. But the standout here was easily Bobby Moynihan or Moynihan. I apologise if I said it wrong. He plays King George the Beaver. He was so good in this movie. He was my favourite character. He brought so much personality to the role, so funny. He gave a really good emotional performance towards the end as well. So overall, Hoppers was a big surprise for me. I wasn't expecting it to be this good, but it has some really strong character work, familiar themes, but they're presented really, really well. Some really emotional moments, fantastic animation, brilliant voice acting, and I am so happy that a Pixar original idea is doing pretty well at the box office. Maybe you could have done the same with Elio if you marketed it, but either way, this movie is a real tearjerker. It sends a very simple message, but an important one, and I do hope kids and maybe some adults learn a thing or two from this film. Please go and see it. It deserves your time. I'm going to give Hoppers a 9 out of 10. And there we go, people. Please hop to the cinema to see Hoppers, and do let me know your thoughts on it. Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a good day, and see you later.